Hello, Raindrops! I am going to be giving you a house tour so that you can see the house that took me forever to build. And don't forget to use my creator code, because if you buy this game and use my code, it will help support me. You can download my house. There will be a link in the description below. Let me know what you think in the comments. Welcome to Burgess Funhouse. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of new videos. A tour of my house that it took forever for me to build. Oh my goodness, so long. But I really love it, and of course this is like $1 million house. It's, super expensive. I didn't worry about money. I just kind of built. And for some reason, when I uploaded it, it like messed up a couple rooms, but we'll get into that in just a bit. Okay, let's go ahead and go through the front door. Ooh, that's too low. Okay, so I made this hallway, but I left it blank because I figured you could add your own decorations, and I wasn't exactly sure what to add here. I'll probably add something to it later. Go into this room, which is the living area. So I love the colors that were on the wall in the pre-built room, and so I decided to go with it and then just kind of adjust from there. So a lot of what I did was start with one of the pre-built rooms and then adjust, and they have these things like air conditioners for the ceiling, which I think is interesting. I don't know if that matters. I do know that in a future update it says something about temperatures for each room. So I do feel like that's going to matter at some point. So I went ahead and added that to the house just in case. And then right through here, I have a little half bath. It's not really big, and it was kind of awkward. Here, I'll go up over the top because I realized that I didn't have a bathroom downstairs other than the master bathroom. So I wanted to make sure I added one that people could use, and the most convenient place would be the living room. So I've added this little extra wall here to add in a bathroom. It's not the best, but I couldn't really come up with anywhere else to put it because you don't really want it on your kitchen because who wants to use the bathroom right beside the kitchen? But let me show you. So when you go to build mode, you do have these building presets where you can choose houses and stuff like that. That's mine. And then you have something called room presets. So this is what I started with just because I didn't really want to build from scratch. And you can go through all of these presets here, and obviously your money is infinite here when you're building. So if you look, you can actually see what the room is going to look like, and you can kind of go from there. So that's what I did. I chose this one, and I really liked the feature of how this wall was. And so that's kind of how I based a lot of my building on, which adding the bathroom kind of messed that look up a little bit, but I still like it, and I like that the others do that as well. And I did think about of course adding something in here too, but I chose not to. And then from the living room you go into the kitchen area, and I love this kitchen. It is so big. I wish they had bigger tables. The only table that I could find would allow 4 seats, and my family is bigger than 4. I did stick a baby chair here, but you can't put any seats on the side, so that was a little frustrating. But I did go ahead and make the bar a little bit bigger so that I could have more seating at the bar. So that's something that's a little bit helpful. Over here I have the stove, a microwave, some different utilities and stuff here, but then I have a coffee maker and a really awesome fridge. And these are all shelves that you can use. They're built-in shelves. Now, one thing that I think is really cool when you are building, so for instance, let me see if I can move this without having my stuff up. Let me pull this back up. Like this right here, this cabinet, or the shelf. If I want it to go somewhere that it won't allow me to put it, you see how it's red? I can actually hold the Alt button. It says freely place, so you can technically put things anywhere you want, even if it doesn't let you to begin with. So I did that a good bit when I was building certain types of shelves, and I'll show you that when I get to the office because I needed it to fit a specific way, and that was the only way to do that. So I really love that feature. Another thing that is really helpful when you are painting the walls, so if you click a wall, there's a paintbrush. So usually it selects the whole entire wall, but for instance this piece right here, let's say I wanted to add more of this tiling. Down here there is a plus button, so you can pick that, and whatever area is highlighted, it will also paint that area. So it's really cool because this is selected. So let's say I wanted to change this area right here to be that color and just add in a stripe. If I just come down here and click this, it also adds it to that, or I could totally change it into something completely different and stuff like that. So I think it's really cool. It makes it easy to do your own custom designs. And I'll show you a little bit more of that upstairs. I did kind of get a little lazy upstairs, and I will eventually finish it, but it took a long time. Okay, it's going to be a little awkward to show you this side, but I wanted to show you I have a dishwasher here, the sink, and then of course a bunch of built-in shelves. And then over here is a wine rack, and then some more shelving built in. And then again, like I said, the table. I realized somehow the wine refrigerator was gone, so I put that back. So I do have a wine refrigerator over here, and of course the wine storage racks. I'm not really a wine drinker, but I possibly will turn that into like a coffee area. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, that'll be for the future. Okay, before we go outside, let's go ahead and finish the rest of the house. So let's go over to the right side. So when you come in the door, we're going to go to the first door on the right. I really need ideas on what to put in this hallway. I definitely will be adding some pictures and stuff because you can do custom pictures, and I'll show you something about that in a minute. So when you come in, this is the office area with lots of bookshelves. I have my printer over here. There's some wine glasses. I just left those because I thought they were cute glasses, and look, this got deleted too. Why does that keep happening? But you need glasses when you're in office, right? Let me fix this. So got that area fixed, and just keep in mind this is all still in early access, so there's going to be bugs, like things maybe just disappearing all of a sudden. And then I also have like a little sitting area over here for any meetings that I might have in the business, or with anything I might be dealing with. And then of course I have the computer over here with filing cabinets and a plant. And then of course I have the Burgess Funhouse logo here. Of course I would put a family photo here, but I just stuck this one here to show you that you can make your own custom items. So let's see, let's try that again. There we go. So I have the texture, and you can see the pattern scale. You can change it, so that really is helpful when you have a pattern that you're uploading. So to do that, you do load texture, and then you can pull anything in there from your document. So pretty cool. And you can even do AI texture, which I was trying to do one here. I don't even remember what I typed in, but it definitely didn't come out the way I was wanting, since it was just a texture, not an image, but still something kind of cool. Okay, let's move on to the next room. Okay, so we have our stairs here. So let's go ahead and go into this room. I need to still put something down here. All right, so let's go ahead and go into the next room. This is the master bedroom. Let me move all of that. There we go. This is the master bedroom. I need, again, like my windows disappeared for some reason. Let's see if we can fix that. Don't know why they disappeared, but that's okay. It's an easy fix. There we go. Put the windows back. Lots of lighting, which I absolutely love in the bedroom. And you could probably even, which I didn't think about that, but you could probably change the color of this bed. I don't know why that hasn't entered my mind yet, but over here we need to go to bedding, obviously. That's why it wouldn't change. And then you can change up that. So like you could even use your texture on the bed if you want. So that's cool. I don't know why I didn't think to change that before. Of course you can change the color and everything as well. Alright, so let's just leave it with that for now. And of course I have a picture of the fam over here as well. And then I put, like I said, air conditioners in every room. And here is an image from the other side. Here I even have a fireplace in here. Lots of bookshelves because I love to read. And then a little cabinet over here for jewelry, and a clock, which is not supposed to be right there, but we'll move it. So there's definitely still more I can come in and add and customize. Oh, one thing that I really loved about this build, again, it was one of the pre-built ones that I've kind of adjusted, is these little walls here. They are kind of difficult to build and figure out yourself. I finally figured it out, but I do love that it's here. It just kind of adds a little bit of extra decoration to the room, because without them, you know, it's just kind of a plain wall. So it kind of works really well with the pillars, which are not attached, even though they deleted when I just did that, but still. Oh, you know, I haven't changed the roof yet. I probably should do that, but we'll do that later. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so from here I have a door, and this leads into the master bathroom, of course. This is going to be kind of hard to get. There we go. I didn't make it like extra gigantic. Normally I would like do 2 sinks and stuff, but since it's just a single family, I did not. There's a fancy tub, shower, and of course towels and stuff, and I love the style of all of the cabinets, and this wall is so cute too. I love how they did that. And again, it didn't finish that over here. It's like so weird how sometimes the settings just don't completely save. Okay, so there we go, all fixed. So again, you know, things are not exactly perfect, but that's okay. So one of my favorite parts is straight through here is a giant walk-in closet with a gigantic mirror that I absolutely love. And it's not exactly centered, so I guess we'll have to use the Alt feature here. There we go. And there's plenty of storage room here. All of these are closets. These are steam closets, which is so cool. This again was one of the pre-built bathrooms closets that I used. I think you find it under the others, I believe. Yeah, so it was here, modern gray dressing room. So I thought it was really pretty, and let's show you the other side. I'll show you what I added to it. Okay, so on the other side I added a laundry room. Since this is the only bedroom downstairs, I just went ahead and put it in here, so it is attached to where the closets are. Make everything easy. The only thing I don't like is that you can't recolor these, but you really want these in a sense, because these, let me show you, these actually have special, you find this in the bathroom, which I think is kind of weird, but so it's this one here that does housework level 7 required, so you definitely want a regular one and this one, but I feel like that's really helpful. I do have a regular one upstairs that I'll show you, so once you get to housework you can have that, or you can start off with the simpler one and then add, you know, these level 7 ones. It's weird though, they're only washing machines. There aren't any dryers, so I haven't tested that in game yet. We'll have to test that out later and see exactly what happens when you're using those, but I don't know, just washing machines for now. Even this one, it doesn't really say, they just both look exactly the same, so I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and go upstairs. So we're going to head upstairs. I need to cut on the next layer here. There we go. Okay, so this is like the main hallway here, and I love these little lights. I did add a little bit more up here as far as pictures. I kind of started doing that, but I did not finish. But again, you know, you can definitely add and go crazy. This took me so long to build, so I just kind of stopped once it was basically done. All right, let's go ahead and go on this side first. We'll go in this doorway to see what's in this room first. Okay, here is a bathroom. So this one has 2 doors, so you can access it from the hallway or you can do it from the bedroom. So this is just your, you know, basic room, and this does have a window. I probably should do like some kind of frosted window, or I wonder if they have curtains. You know, I honestly haven't even looked into curtains yet, but I swear I saw, yeah, I was about to say, I thought I saw something about curtains before. So let's see if I can add some curtains that can be closed. Let's see. I think I'll actually just go with some blinds that you can easily pull down. There we go. Of course, you can recolor these however you would like. We'll go there. Okay, now let's look at the other side, see if I can do it without it being too wonky. Okay, so I just have a separate shelf over here so that you can have any bathroom stuff that you might need. And then for some reason the mirror was not there, so that way you can have different areas in case you know have too much over here and you have an extra space. Okay, let's go ahead and go through. Here is the girls' bedroom, and I love this. This carpet here is kind of bright though, so I don't know if I'll be able to keep it, but I just really wanted to try it because it was really cool looking. But it's kind of pink, but I also left some neutral colors. The other side over here is a cute little kind of makeup desk area, or a desk you could really do your schoolwork on if you would like to do that as well. And then on this side I have, you know, chest of drawers and picture mirror and some plants. There's really no closets, but for in this game, you don't really need closets since, you know, your characters just change by you clicking, so I didn't really add closets into any of these. Slide down to the last room, and let's go in here. The boys' room, I'm doing it over the top because it just kept sending me downstairs for some reason. So here's the boys' room. I did a little bit of the wallpaper in blue and then some neutral colors as well. See if I can turn without it sending me downstairs. Then we have a bookshelf, chest of drawers and stuff as well. And then of course we have a bunch of windows. I think there were windows here originally, but for some reason they got deleted again, but that's fine for now because I'll probably add something else to that area later. And then through this doorway here is his bathroom. Let's see, let's just go over the top to look at it. So he has a shower, sink, toilet, you know, just kind of the basics. I didn't make it anything crazy. This is his room. One of the things I liked a lot about this bathroom was the wall. I thought that was just kind of a really unique feature wall here. Okay, so let's see. That was all for this side. Let's go ahead and do this side over here. This side over here, everything got deleted. I'm not sure why. It was just kind of just a kid's room, and you can kind of tell by some of the colors that are on the wall here. It was just had like a kid's little tent in here and changing table and stuff like that. I'll probably add stuff back to it later, but for now it's just going to stay this way. Over here is the bathroom, and you can kind of have a little closet up there in the corner. I really like this bathroom with the tub and how they did the walls and stuff here. So you can see it has base stuff. It is a fairly large bathroom, so I can add more stuff to it if I really wanted to. And then we have the kids' room. This is the wall I was talking about before with all of the stripes, and you can hand do all of this. It's not something that comes pre-made that way. So when you go to edit color, you see down at the bottom all of these different colors. So you have to select each individual layer, and you can do that by using that plus button that we talked about before and recoloring all of it. So it definitely takes forever to do something like this. This came pre-made that way, so when I changed up the room a little bit, the walls of course changed color, so I will have to go through and add that again later. But you see all the little kid stuff here. I kind of wish they had like a dollhouse, but you could kind of use this shelf as one. We've got hopscotch, tracks, we have a tool area, we have a cooking area, all kinds of cute little stuff for the kids to play with. And then on this side we have a slide, and we have a little tent and a mobile, and then of course some little cars to play with as well. So super cute little kid area that you could also turn into a gaming room, or you know, whatever you wanted, another bedroom if you really wanted. Okay, back here I have the laundry room area. Since I don't have one upstairs, I had the one downstairs, so it has the washing machine. And then over here I could probably put some shelving and some storage space for, you know, doing laundry and stuff here. I will definitely probably add to this later, but I think it's super cute. And then out here we have a little balcony that you can come out and walk on and stand, or put a chair if you want, but I think it's all super cute. And then back here in the back we actually have a area for outdoor seating and stuff as well that you can come to. Right now you can't do swimming pools and stuff, but you can at least have this area. They are coming out with pools and stuff, so right here is a picture of their roadmap that they are going to be adding things with. You can see update 2 is coming in August, and that is where we'll have our swimming pools and more. Make sure you guys join my Discord. I do have a special channel for inZOI and would love to hear your opinions and what you would like to see me do in the game. We also talk about Roblox and other games as well. It's not perfect, and I definitely should have done more with the roof, but it is good for me. It's good first go at a house, I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's take a look at it in game. So here you can see I went ahead and put it on my plot here, and it is gigantic. So you can actually put your own houses in there, and I'll show you how to do that. If you go to the Edit City button, you can see there's lots of different land. I am over here. This is the biggest plot you can get, the 510 Palm Avenue. The Palm Tree Avenue, sorry. This is in Bliss Bay, so I don't know about the other maps, but this is the one that I chose. I really wanted to do beachfront, but this house is definitely too big for beachfront. However, you can definitely build something smaller if you want to do it on beachfront property. And what I love about this is you can edit your own schedule to do certain things, karma reports, you can manage your city to make, crazy stuff happen if you really want. You can do the city appearance, and this is where I put my billboard, and I had an older video here, but now I need to update it to my first inZOI video here. So let's go ahead and grab that link, and here we go, the plus button. And here's my first one where I made my character. I hope you guys have already watched that and let me know what you think. So that is really cool that you can actually do that on billboards. That is just such a unique feature. So I'm thinking about doing 2 different types of games. Of course, this one I'm obviously very rich and I don't have a job yet. And another one I'll probably start off basics and low and not do the money cheat. I'm definitely open to your suggestions, so let me know what you guys would like to see. Now, I do want to show you how to place your own custom houses if you do it in the build mode, which is easier, I think, than trying to build it here. So on the main screen, you do Build Studio, and that's where you go in and you can create your own house like you saw. And then once you save it, you hit Continue, and you can see it saves it as its own save file, so you can go back in and edit it however you want to. So I'm going to go to Lauren's game that she started up so I can show you how to put in that building, because obviously I've already done it in mine. So you do have to buy land first, or buy a house first to do this. So she has hers over here. So I'm just going to find that property that I had on mine, and you click relocate here. If you already have it, then that's fine. You can sell or store all your furniture, totally up to you. And then click go here, and your character will go if you're not already there. So once we're there, we're going to hit build mode, and then at the top, nope, it's not that one. At the top, there is a hammer that says delete all. So you're going to delete the property where you have just your grass. And you can see the building presets are here. And since I have saved my build, it's right here. You don't actually have to upload it to Canvas. It'll already be there for you. So this is how you would also get your houses that you've downloaded on Canvas. So all I have to do is now click it and then place it onto the property, just like that. There we go, and hit install, and there you go. There is your house. So it's super simple to add your own house. I do want to show you how to do the cheat in case you don't know. You come down here and click the guide button, and then click use money cheat, and you can see that once you click it, it starts adding money to it. And then there's also an emergency rescue button that you can use if you ever happen to get stuck, which is very helpful. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my house tour. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you would like to see, and we'll see you next time. Bye, Raindrops!
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.